know from Uncle Clifford's perspectives that there's a hope that the things that have happened between the three of them will bring them together, and that they would be able to forge forth with a different level of understanding and be tighter. They would be tighter from what happened on murder night, which you will find out, this season. And that's not always the case. Sometimes greed can take over people.
There seems to be a bit of a power struggle when it comes to who is the real boss at the Pynk. And so I want to know, who do you all think is the real boss of the Pynk this season?
Uncle Clifford. Next.
Right. I just want to say, she said what she said. I just want to know the fact that you were shimmying your shoulders and batting your eyelashes and tossing your hair lets me know that you already know the truth. But let's go ahead and ask the people. Put it in the comments. Who do you think is the boss of the Pynk? Right.
Okay.
Let's be honest here. I mean, if it's a numbers game, it's definitely Haley.
Boss of the Pynk. I think it's always Uncle Clifford.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be biased, but I think Uncle Clifford's always going to be, she'll always be the boss of the Pynk. And, no matter who has the pink slip, I guess, she'll always be the boss.
Uncle Clifford, because Uncle Clifford got them ideas. She done came up with plan. All the girls respect her. She's the boss. She's the creative mastermind. I almost think of Autumn as the executive director and Uncle Clifford as the artistic director of the Pynk.
First of all, Ellarica Johnson, standing ovation.
Love her.
She does an amazing job. I enjoy seeing what we knew season one. Autumn Night is very smart, but you're able to see even more so smart that it may be to the detriment at times. You have to keep watching and see. But I love that you're not just gonna characterize her as just some pretty girl, and some people may say, oh, you're just a light-skinned girl, so you're getting these things. But no, she actually, her mind is smart. She's not just beautiful. So I love that you're able to see that and watch how her mind works a little bit more this season.
Uncle Clifford, come on.
Okay.
We get to see more of that this season, but of course, who else? You would never think of anybody else running that club, even if there is someone owns more of it or if there's more money. It's Uncle Clifford.
That was a really humble answer. I'm actually very surprised that you said that.
What? No, it's a truthful answer. That's Uncle Clifford. Sorry, Haley. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think for second season especially, there's some resentment there. Maybe it's personal, maybe it's business. Maybe it's a combination of the two. But there's definitely a respect there. And he respected her, I think, from the very moment he met her. He saw something else in her besides, the thin tank top she was in. You know what I mean? And so it can be, I guess there's a little of contentious feeling. But ultimately, there's respect. There's adoration, some sort of soul to soul or human to human, whatever. But there's a beautiful relationship, I guess. The seeds are planted,
Autumn's now kind of stepped into who she really is. We only saw little bits of that, the whispering the first season about where to incorporate, the money. And it's kind of like, I think that same question from the audience, how does she know that? What is that about? Mm-hmm. And so now the conversations between the two of them, they've changed. It's less about, this potential relationship and growing together and finding out about who each other are personally, and more about who these two characters are in their career life, who they could be, who they want to be. It's still on the same basis of, hey, I want you to be who you are and you're safe around me. But the conversation has definitely changed between them.
We have way too much free content over here at theGrio. Stream a world with free entertainment, lifestyle, and news content. Celebrating Black excellence 24/7. Download theGrio now. It's free. theGrio.